The Roman army was highly organized and specialized, providing its soldiers with rewards and privileges. What can learning about Roman soldiers teach us about life in ancient Rome? A Roman soldier. The Roman army changed under the supervision of the Roman general and consul named Gaius Marius. It became a professional fighting organization with the power to dominate Europe and parts of Asia and Africa. Originally, like the part-time Greek army, Roman soldiers served in the army during a summer campaign, then returned to their farms and fields. Marius gave men from the underclass, the poorest men in Rome, the opportunity to choose a military career and gave land to the army veterans. He changed the nature and composition of the Roman legion. Types of soldiers. The Roman army consisted of legionaries who were Roman citizens and auxiliaries who were not. Legionaries were the best soldiers and the best paid. The legionaries were divided into 30 legions, each comprised of 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers. A legate commanded the legion. Each legion was divided into 10 cohorts, which were further divided into 6 smaller groups called centuries. Each century contained about 80 soldiers and was led by a centurion who carried a short rod or vine staff as a symbol of his position. This organization established order and a clear chain of command. Stop and think. What does this kind of organization tell you about the Roman army? Types of soldiers. Auxiliaries were paid a third of a legionary's salary. The auxiliaries guarded forts and frontiers and fought in battles, often in the dangerous front line. An auxiliary could become a Roman citizen after 25 years of service and receive a sum of money. In addition, some soldiers specialized in the use of bows and arrows or slingshots. Some developed expert swimming skills so that they could, like modern-day Navy SEALs, surprise the enemy. Stop and think. What were some of the benefits to being a Roman soldier? What were some of the challenges to being a Roman soldier? Types of soldiers. Artillery soldiers specialized in the use of catapults, called onagers in Latin, machines that fling rocks or balls of burning tar. The wind-up crossbow, called ballistas in Latin, was another one of their weapons. A soldier's weapons included a short stabbing sword, 2 throwing spears, a dagger, and a heavy shield. Usually the Roman army used infantry, men fighting on foot, supported by cavalry, soldiers riding on horses. The cavalry fought on the sides of the infantry and would pursue fleeing enemies. In addition, each legion had one soldier designated to be its standard bearer. The standard, often in the form of a golden eagle mounted atop a pole, identified the legion and was an extremely important symbol in the Roman army. The standard bearer was highly respected and received twice the salary of a typical legionary. Stop and think. How did the Roman army ensure that soldiers would have a variety of skills and specialties? Discipline. Romans enlisted strong, brave soldiers. A soldier who was judged to be a coward or who was thought to undermine his team in battle was stoned to death. The centurion would use his vine staff to beat any disobedient soldier. In the worst cases of disobedience, when soldiers or standard bearers fled from battle, a cohort would be punished by executing every 10th man. Training. Rome built its empire on a strong, fit army. A soldier's training included running, marching, and practice fighting. A soldier could march 20 miles a day wearing armor. He could swim or cross rivers in boats, build bridges, and breach the walls of forts. Each carried his weapons, shield, some food, and a camping equipment including spare clothes, a cooking pot, and an axe or a spade. Stop and think. How did the Roman army build strong and dependable soldiers? Rewards. Rank determined the rewards that a soldier could earn, except for the civic crown of oak leaves, which was awarded to any soldier who saved the life of a citizen. Legionary soldiers and officers below the rank of centurion could receive monetary bonuses, which were rewards and spoils after a conquest. A legionary soldier was allowed to marry after honorable discharge. He received a pension and sometimes a grant of land. The centurion, that was the first man over the walls of a city under siege, was entitled to a plain gold crown. Other kinds of deeds would earn other forms of crowns. Stop and think. What rewards could Roman soldiers expect for their service? Leisure. Soldiers, unlike ordinary people who were too busy working, had time for recreation. Archaeologists have discovered board games with counters and dice. The Romans also enjoyed hunting for sport. Bloody fights between gladiators or between people and animals served as entertainment for the soldiers and the general population. These spectacles were staged for the public in large arenas called amphitheaters. These events were highly anticipated and much appreciated forms of entertainment. Stop and think. How was the life of a soldier different from those of regular Roman citizens?